Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK. This is my follow-up video to Sainsbury's, which is a UK supermarket, what their vision is for the future of humans and the planet. And let's look at the first screen they came up with. Driven by unprecedented awareness of animal welfare, health concerns, and eco-anxiety. Eco-anxiety, by the way. Who creates that? It's not the people. It's the brainwashing from the mainstream media. More of us than ever could be putting the planet first when writing our shopping list. It's expected that a quarter of us will be vegetarian in 2025 and half flexitarian. Okay, that's what they think. I think they've already cocked up. But here's my vision for what 2025 should look like. Due to unprecedented levels of chronic disease and obesity, it is now seen that the meat-based diet is the way everyone should go. Okay, so instead of worrying about fake eco-anxiety, we are going to hone in on the state of the human. Okay, levels of chronic disease and obesity. They are panicking about whether the temperature of the earth may be or may not be half a degree up or half a degree down in 150 years. But we've taken our eye off the ball of the massive amount, I'm going to get excited, the massive amount of chronic disease and obesity that is not being addressed and is getting worse. Okay, so the next slide. According to scientists, plant-rich diets, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Well, we know that 95, or maybe probably more, 98% of scientists just agree with whoever's paying them. So we can disregard their information about plant-rich diets. And after watching anecdotal stories over the last 10 years of people destroying their health on plant-rich diets and getting better on meat, and as Jordan Peterson says, once you've got that many anecdotes, you've now got a hypothesis, and it no longer is just one story or two stories. It's thousands, and that makes a hypothesis. Okay, so what did Julia do according to Sainsbury's in 2025? Julia is a student at this point. Julia has just returned home to her parents from university in London, where she's studying her degree in eco-health. What a colossal waste of money and time. University fees are not free anymore. Back in the day when I was at uni, it was free. Now you're looking at £50,000+ in debt. What a colossal waste of time to learn about something that's just been thrown together by a political brainwashing agenda with thousands of scientists who are just paid to just parrot and just agree with everything that their sponsors say. Colossal waste of time. Or this is my scenario of what Julia is doing in 2025. Julia has just watched 500 Ken Berry videos and has declared a complete ban on plant foods. So somewhere she's got this friend who's lost a ton of weight but reversed a load of stuff, been introduced to Ken Berry. She's now watched 500 Ken Berry videos. She's now realised that that eco-health degree she did was a complete colossal waste of time. She's taken a complete U-turn and has now put a complete ban on plant foods in her household. Great. Now she's on the right track. Okay, scenario 2050. This is Sainsbury's idea of what we are going to be doing in 2050. Julia, who now lives in Cornwall, greets a regular customer. The local councillor, I don't know what the local councillor has got to do with this, but you know, they make shit up and we read it. Comes to the facility every week to select cuts for his family. They've used the word cuts because, you know, we normally use cuts for cuts of meat, don't we? But not him, because he's not having a cut of meat. He is having his printed meat, his 3D printed meat, printed out. What could go wrong with that? Like I said in my last video, people are walking around Sainsbury's right now thinking that Sainsbury's is just a very normal, everyday, average food supplier of all of the food. And none of them I would say 99.9% of them, even more than that, 99% recurring, have no idea that this is written on their website, and that could be their future if we don't fight against it. Or scenario 2050. Julia is now a famous carnivore YouTube personality. She has millions of subscribers, more than lovely Dr. Berry, and she has now got a channel which talks about full body healing for everyone and has gone totally viral. So big mainstream media can't censor it anymore. They've gone quiet with their rebuttal videos, and pretty much everyone is now following Julia, who's more famous than Dr. Berry 100-fold, and everyone's eating a lot more meat and getting better. Full body healing. That's my vision. But what's Sainsbury's scenario for 2169? Food, in inverted commas, fed in drips, intravenously controlled by microchips and apps. So their vision for us. And I really hope this never happens, and it probably never will, but I always think it's worth keeping an eye on what they're up to and staying a step ahead of them and dropping seeds into people so that when it does come along, they go, oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I don't think we need to say anything more on that. They want us to have microchips under our skin that vibrate, and we tap them twice, and then we are intravenously fed by some slop that Sainsbury's delivered the night before. Our breakfast is now all fed into our veins directly, and we have no food waste. And we're doing that basically because they know that monocropping has crapped up the globe, and we have no more places to plant crops. It is a thing. Here's my vision. This is what I wish was happening in scenario 2169. Monocropping's completely banned. Grass-fed cows are literally everywhere, shitting everywhere and bringing land back to life. Healthy humans walking around everywhere. No one's got chronic disease, no one's in pain. Everyone is the perfect weight. They're living to 120, if not more, looking younger every day. Basically, the governments have now been overthrown. All of the companies and all of the powers that shouldn't be, that put us on this plant-based lifestyle in the first place, have now had to surrender all of their money back to the people. The people are pretty rich now because they're full of health. There's cows everywhere. All of the billions and trillions of pounds that's ended up in the pharmaceutical industry has now been given back to us because they've either just gone bust or they've been found out and have had to refund everybody. Everyone's rich. Just apart from a few miserable ego-based vegans who just can't take it anymore and have just gone to live on the island and eat weeds. There. That's my vision for 2169. And if I got my way, that's how it would be. But that's ambitious. But for now, all I can do is make 1 or 2 videos on my lovely channel, which is now called Healthy Carnivore instead of Imperfect, now that I've gone straight. And we're all gonna just eat our meat, drink our water, get our sunshine, and just thrive and be happy. You take care, guys. I'm gonna see you later. Bye.